That the coronavirus originated in a Chinese laboratory but is yet to provide the proof. He says China has misled the world about the true danger of what was happening in Wuhan. President Donald Trump also ramped up the attack, saying China made a horrible mistake and tried to cover it up. North America correspondent David Lipson reports.
This idyllic scene is what New York health officials have feared.
I've been waiting for this a long time. I haven't been out the house in over a month.
Stay-at-home orders no match for the onset of spring.
This is the nicest weather we've seen this year. People are going to be out.
Across town, a paramedic from Colorado who came to New York to help is being mourned. States that are still closed are facing more protests and more resolve from governors who are putting health first.
Sadly, we had far more people die yesterday in Maryland than we had protesters.
The Trump administration's top diplomat has hardened his position on who's to blame.
We can confirm that the Chinese Communist Party did all that it could to make sure that the world didn't learn in a timely fashion about what was taking place.
And he echoed the president's claim about the pandemic's origin, saying there's enormous evidence coronavirus came from the Wuhan Institute of Virology.
Remember, China has a history of infecting the world, and they have a history of running substandard laboratories.
That's at odds with Australia's Prime Minister, who said he'd seen no hard evidence the virus started in a lab. President Trump has said if China was found to be knowingly responsible, there would be consequences.
We're going to be given a very strong report as to exactly what we think happened. And I think it'll be very conclusive.
Is there any suggestion that it was anything nefarious or that it was just a mistake?
So I think they made a horrible mistake, and they didn't want to admit it.
It's hard to know whether all of this is aimed at distracting from America's failures, as China has claimed, or whether the US is planning some form of punitive action. Intelligence officials here have determined the virus was not man-made, but they're yet to rule out an accident in a lab. David Lipson, ABC News, Washington.
Quick look